Welcome, welcome, welcome to another day, and you already know another episode of Amateur Pool. I'm Josh Powell. Today we've got another Tap League match. This is myself, Josh, versus a gentleman by the name of Jeff Heckmann. Now, for the first time in a long time, I get a game on this one. Jeff is a skill level 7. I'm a skill level 6. So we should be in for a pretty decent match here, guys. It was a long one, so I cut out some of the fodder. Some of you guys didn't like me speeding up the last video, so instead of doing that, I painstakingly went through and cut out a lot of the in-between shots, not all of them, just to get it down to a manageable time so both you and I would enjoy watching it. So let's get into this match. That's me with the clover shorts there and the red short rail shirt, guys. I know some of you guys were making fun of my clover shorts on live, but I appreciate it. All right, I started off with stripes. I'm gonna commentate this one very seriously, everybody. No joking around. Like if you came here to see me joking around, you might as well skedaddle. You know what I mean? Just kidding. You know I'm gonna joke around. It's what I do, bro. All right, I fell nice on that 15. I should be able to shoot that 15 into the corner, and I can even run into the 2 if I want to, but I don't think I need to because the 13 will go from over there, that direction. So I did good by not messing it up too much. What I really got to worry about is this 1 ball. So I could technically shoot the 10 now, right there, and with the little bottom, and get the cue ball up in here. And then when I shoot the 15, I just use straight top, and that will bring my cue ball down this path. Now I could stop up here, shoot this one, and then drift, or I could just come down into here and shoot the 9 first. That's a lot of dang drawing on the board, and I apologize to you, but I wanted to show you those possibilities. Those are the possible paths that a gentleman such as myself could take. All right, I did something completely different. I think I might have been drawing back for the 13, but I overran it, which is actually a good thing because now I can shoot that 9 first. And if I use a little bit of left, actually probably a little bit of top left, I think I can come straight back and bump this. What I got to be careful about is scratching in that side pocket. Let's see how I handle it. I could avoid it altogether too with right. No, I didn't. I ran into it. And I got lucky. It didn't have to turn out good there, but it did. Turned out okay. Now it's a little bit tricky here. I could shoot that in the side, obviously, but that's going to take me this way. I think the corner is a better option with a little bottom left. It's a better option. I think it's a harder shot, but a way better way to get it. That's what I did. Good. Good. Don't want to get straight on this, and I didn't. So I have an angle. I can follow forward and come back this way, which is probably the better way, or I could draw straight down, which is a little more touchy. You know, I prefer the follow method on this one. Of course, on screen, me preferred the draw method, and I got a little high on the 8 ball. Had I followed that forward, I think I would have been better off because the line came straight into the 8 ball. This way, I was kind of crossing the shot line because this is the shot line right there. Yeah, I should be able to handle this shot, though. I don't think there's going to be any issues with it. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to say I should be able to make that, but, you know how that works. Should be able to and do, or a couple different things, man. Couple different things. All right, we're going to get our first look at Mr. Jeff Heckmann. What the heck, man? I've known Jeff a while. He's actually been on my channel before. Him and I got into a chess match way back on APA League once, and I posted that match. It was kind of fun. But on a serious note, guys, let's say some prayers for Jeff and his family, man. His family is going through it right now with some health stuff, man. And Jeff, we wish you all the best, my man. I know it's not easy. So prayers for Jeff, man. Hit the comments with Jeff. Jeff, hang in there, bud. You know. I don't know how religious you are, Jeff, man, but I believe God has a plan, dude. You know. So that doesn't make anything easier, but man, hang in there, bud. Anyway, we're not going to get all down on this. I just wanted to let Jeff know I'm thinking about him. And, man, I'd like all you to think about him as well. Maybe if you're the praying type, say a little prayer for him. You know, if you're not, say something for him. Anyway. All right, Jeff looks like he's got in good shape to take this first rack after my blunder on that 8-ball shot. I can't believe I got 8-ball-itis and missed that 8-ball, man. That's what the Spanish would call El Horrible. You already know. And the Spanish would never call that El Horrible, but it's funny to say that way, So that's the way I say it. Anywho, I think he's probably looking at the 2, it looks like. And he can drift forward for the 1 next, or, yeah, probably drifting forward, I think is his best bet, because he's a little too close to the rail to, like, stun it up. Yeah, drift forward. Now he's got a good angle to shoot the 1 down here with a little bottom right and bring his cue ball back over this direction. Ends up right there. Then he could shoot that one with a little top left and come on down here for the 7 ball. And then obviously from the 7 ball, just a stop shot or a little drift forward. But either way, I think he's looking good to get out here, man. Now, he does have a lot on his mind lately. So I'm sure his stroke is not the best. I've played him before, and I know he strokes pretty good. So I don't remember him playing bad in this match at all, by any means. But I know he wasn't playing his absolute best. It's hard. It's hard sometimes when you got a lot of stuff going on. All right, he left me a bank. You see I marked the pocket up there. So I'm going to try to bank it up into that corner pocket. This is kind of my last chance, and I shouldn't have had this chance if we're being honest. I made it, though. Whew. All right, we're up 1-0. Now I've only need 3 more games, and he needs 5. Jeez. Honestly, Jeff's a really good shot, but I don't think he should be giving me a game. I think we should be an even race. But he is new to tap. This is his first season. And he's done pretty well so far, so his handicap has shot up to a 7. He will likely end up settling somewhere around a 6, but who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows? It all depends on how he keeps playing on league night. We're actually playing them again tonight, depending on what day you watch this video, for position round. My team is playing his team for position round tonight. It's the end of the season, Jack. That's right, Jack. It's the end of the season. All right, Jeff's looking at, he's looking at trying to get out on me here. The 9 ball is probably his biggest challenge, but I think he can make it over there once he removes a 10, or maybe even before he removes it. Oh, never mind, it goes right here beautifully. Look at this. Look at this guy. This guy's set up nice. I was talking about taking the hard shot over there, and he's like, bro, what's the matter with you? We're just going to shoot it over there. What's the matter with you, Josh? Jeez. You stick to commentating, fella. I'll do the shooting. That's what Jeff was saying, and it's probably not. He probably never really said that. Just what it is. All right, Jeff. Is he gonna get out here? Ooh. I don't know about this one, man. He might be able to carry him, but then that 13 is going straight over towards the 8. So he might be. Oh, it looks like he's trying the combo. He's gonna try to combo this. Cue ball's going to have to come this way, though, and it's going to be tough to get a shot. Yeah, that was always going to be a tough one right there, man. All right, so he left me an open shot on the 5. That's really the only one I would shoot at in this situation, but it should just be a stop shot or maybe even a drift over this direction. Yeah. Now I've got the 1 next, or I can shoot the 7 or the 1. Either way. Well, probably not in a curve like that. Probably more of a straight line, But I like shooting the 7 first, to be honest, and then just stopping here for the 2, and then shooting the 1. But I'm not seeing it that way. But again, there is really no wrong way. It's a pretty open rack. I just need to make sure I stick to whichever way I want to go and focus on my shot and my shape. I can't be missing 8 balls like I did in that first game, or I will lose this for sure. 6 ball, just a slight draw. That worked out pretty well. Now I've got the 3 ball right there. Stop shot on this one will be fine. And then I can shoot the 2 ball over there. I got to be careful when I shoot that 2 ball, though. That's what I'm looking at right now, because I need to make sure I can shoot like the 7 or the 2 next. So I've got to be careful where I shape this. See, I got that angle where I'm probably going to run into the 8. So what I need to do is make sure I bump the 8 hard enough to get out of the way. So it's a little bit tricky here. Yeah, dang it, man. I know exactly what I did there. I was worried about bumping the 8, and I had all my focus on bumping the 8 and completely forgot to make the shot, man. It's a stupid, silly amateur mistake, and that's why we're called Amateur Pool right there, guys. That is why the channel's called Amateur Pool and not Pretty Okay Pool. You know what I mean? Amateurs. We're amateurs around here. Oh man, I had some dental work done recently and my jaw is so sore, man. I'm wondering if it's ever gonna not be sore. I hate the dentist. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you like the dentist or not. I personally, I don't hate the dentist. It's not like I'm scared of the dentist. I just hate feeling those tools and drills on my teeth, man. It's just so uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable feeling, man. All right, man. He was trying the bank, or I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to save. He didn't. Oh, he did mark it. He marked it up there. He was trying the bank up there. It was a tough shot, man. But now he's left me in a tough position. I see what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to play safe here, but I don't really like it because now I leave him the mirror shot off the rail. And when you're playing someone at a good skill level, this shot right here is not one that's super hard to make. So there's a good chance he ties it up right here. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what he does. Yeah, he played it nice and hit it soft enough to not worry about the scratch over there. I didn't think he would scratch over there, but he hit it soft enough to not even have to worry about it, you know. All right, Jeff's break. Is he going to make something? No, it looks to be dry. Looks to be dry. What am I shooting first? The 7 ball? It looks like the 7 ball. Could be the 10, but I think the 7. Yeah. Yep. Good little control to just draw it back slightly. I could shoot the 1 here. I'm going to go for the 6. Probably drift over this way for the 2 next, I would imagine. I think that's what I was trying to do, but I underhit it. I didn't hit it hard enough, and now I'm kind of in trouble because I really don't have a shot here. May graze the edge of the 3. Try to get him behind the 2 ball, maybe. I think that's really all I got. That's what I'm trying to do. Too much spin, though. I put a little too much left spin on that, so I came off this rail directly towards the 2. If I would have put less spin, I think I would have been directly behind the 2. Now I believe I left him that shot on the 13. Yeah, he's lining up on it. Here comes the windup and the pitch, and it's good. Home run. Nice shot, Jeff. All right. Maybe the 13 next or the 15 next right here. No, he's not going for that. Is he going to bank or is he playing safe? What's he doing here? I think he's going to play safe. Yep. Not a horrible idea, you know, to play safe there. He might have left me this 1 ball though. Yeah, but look at my 5 ball, still tough, man. It's in a tough spot, this 5 ball. It's not the easiest rack in the world right here. I don't care who you are. Yeah, especially when you poke your stroke like that, man. Although I did clear the 5 ball out a little bit. If it's not touching the 9, I think it will go here. And I just got to get the cue ball somewhere over in this direction. Oh, now it's even more open. Now his balls are open too, though. This could be end of the game for me. If he can get out here, which he's very capable of doing, then he's going to go up on me 2-1, and we're going to be back to an even race. Oh, he kind of let off his stroke or something on that. It was a little bit funky, but I think he might still have that 9 ball shot in the side. It's not the easiest shot in the world, don't get me wrong, but I think it's available for him. If not, he could try to cut the 14 all the way up or the 9 all the way up, but that's hard. That's a hard shot. Yeah, he had it inside. Good shot. Oh, he's looking good now, man. Shoot the 10 up there and just stun over to here, I'd say, for the 15 next. Yep. He wants off that rail a bit. Okay. He got off the rail enough, I think, but he wants to draw off the shot so he can bring the cue ball straight down. So he's got to jack up. You see the angle of his stick. The angle of his dangle, you know, family channel. You already know. Angle the dangle. Bojangle dangle angle. Oh, no. And he makes the mistake. Well, I guess he owed me that after I made that mistake on the 8 ball in the first rack. You know, now we're even Steven on mistakes. Well, obvious errors that we absolutely should make. We're always going to miss some tough shots, but, you know, those easier ones that we should make, we miss those. I consider that an error, flat out error on our part. All right, probably just center ball, drift down into here for the 2. Yeah, Oh, if I come down far enough, I could shoot the 5 first. I'm not sure I came down quite far enough to shoot the 5 past the 1. So I'm going to have to shoot the 2, and I'm going to have to do it with a lot of top inside spin to get the cue ball over that way. This is not an easy shot. I made it. Oh, I hit it too soft. You see the cue ball was coming back that way, but I hit it too soft. If I would have hit it harder, it would have been spinning more. Because I hit it soft, the spin wasn't as effective. So instead of coming on this angle, it came on this angle. And still it would have worked if I'd have hit it just a little bit harder. Now I got a combo. Or I can play rail first. Rail first makes it hard to get a shot on the 1, though. I should play the combo. I went rail first. Yeah, I mean, the rail first shot was a little easier than the combo, but look at this now. The combo gave me a better chance of actually winning this rack, I think, than the rail first shot. If I would have hit that rail first shot a little cleaner, with more top and a little more firm, my cue ball might have done one of these numbers. You know what I mean? And then I would have had a shot at the 1. But I would have had to hit that clean and a lot harder. I think I called it here. I'm going to try a 2-rail, like a Z shot, which is crazy. But I figure there's no use playing safe when he has a ball in the pocket like that. Because even at a kick, oh, am I going to make this? Close. No cigar, though. No cigar. Yeah, there was no point in playing safe when he has a ball sitting in the pocket. Because no matter where, there's only 2 other balls left on the table. No matter where I leave him, he's going to have a very good, high percentage chance of making that, even on a kick shot. So I went for the gusto on the 2-rail kick or 2-rail bank, and it's going to cost me this rack, guys. There it is. Now we're back to an even race. He needs 3, I need 3. We have to see what happens here. He won 2 in a row. I won the first one. He won the next 2. He went with a second ball break. It looks like it's going to be dry again unless the 13 falls. Nope. All right, another dry break. So I should be coming to the table here. Let's see what I do. Let's see which way I go about it. Cheers, guys. You expected me to say not a sponsor, didn't you? I knew it. I knew you were waiting for it. That's why I didn't say it. I got to keep you on your toes, little Timmy. Keep you on your toes. All right, that wasn't a bad starter. Now I'm going to play this combo up here. What balls do I need to worry about here? I think the 9 will go clean there. 15 will go either there or here. 14 obviously goes there or there. There's not too much to worry about here. The 10 ball obviously goes there. Yeah, I just have to make sure I pick the right pattern and, again, make my shots. You know what I mean? That seems to be the hardest part for me lately, is making my shots, man. I like that. Rolled up for the 9 or the 15. I'll probably shoot the 15 now because I don't want to jack up over that 2 ball to shoot the 9. And I think I have enough of the ball here. It's partially blocked, but I think it's enough to make the 15. Oh, unless I miscue. Anyways, we're going to forget about that and just move on from there. That was a blatant miscue, and it wasn't from lack of chalk. Like, most people think when you miscue, it's because you didn't chalk your stick, but that's very rarely the result of a miscue. 99% of the time, a miscue is just a bad stroke, which is exactly what happened to me. It was a bad stroke. And again, Jeff has a pretty wide open table here. His biggest challenge is a 2 ball. But the 2 ball's not really that difficult because he has either the 7 or the 5 here. As long as he gets positioned in this area here, he can shoot either one of these balls that way and get his cue ball to drift up here for the 2. And he might even save that to last, because if he gets into here, shoots the 2, his cue ball comes straight down for the 8 in that pocket. So, yeah. Oh, he's going to scratch? He's going to scratch? No, he thought he... That'll pucker your butthole up. You know what I'm saying? You pucker you right up when that happens. And I said but, guys. It's a family channel already. I didn't say the A word. I would never in my life. I don't even know how to cuss. Anybody watches my live streams know that's a lie. Live streams, not so much family friendly. You know what I mean? Videos, family show. It's for the whole family. Bring kids, the wife, Not that your whole family would ever want to watch a game of pool, but, I make it that way. Oh, wow. That was unexpected. Unexpected. He may have lifted his head a little bit. I'm not sure. I'd have to rewind the tape and watch it back. But ultimately, he hit too much of the rail first and just bobbled up in the pocket, man. But he's got me blocked up with that one. And that one, if I shoot that way, but obviously that one goes that way. So really just this 11 ball is the issue. But it's so close to the pocket, I should be able to make the 2 and then follow it in with the 11 ball. I should be able to make them both in that same pocket. I should be able to make them both. I'm going to start with this 9 ball though. I'll probably put bottom right, come back this direction. I want to make sure I don't scratch in this side pocket over here. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now I've got the 10. Straight right spin or maybe even a little bit of bottom right spin should bring me right back down in this direction somewhere, or even right back down in this direction somewhere. What I just draw cherries? Yeah, I just drew some cherries on the screen. I didn't even mean to draw cherries, you know what I'm saying? Just the way it worked out. But then I can set up for that shot where I follow in his 2 ball with the 11. I'm going to have to shoot that shot, either that or I get positioned like up here or something, which is horrible. Nobody's going to do that. Yeah, this is the shot. This will determine the whole rack right here. Either I follow this in or I give him the game. I might get lucky and leave the cue ball behind the 8, though, if I miss it. It could work out like that. Let's see. Followed it in. All right, now I shoot the 15 down this direction with just a little bottom, maybe a little bottom left, what they call outside, and just bring the cue ball over here. And if I want to be safer about it, I could just hit it center and bring the cue ball over this way. There I go drawing cherries again. I don't even mean to do that. Yeah, center. I use center just to be safe because I didn't want that bottom to accidentally bring me over this direction, There's a bigger landing area the lower you get on the table. And I can make the 8 from almost anywhere in this area. Anyway, let me get that off the screen. We can't see nothing. Can't see nothing over there. I'm not going to miss this 8 ball, I'll tell you that. I learned my lesson on the first one. So now I tied it back up 2-2. I only need 2 more. He needs 3 more. And I'm going to do a second ball break this time because I've been breaking dry with the head ball break. So let's see what happens with this one. Almost scratched. And it's dry again. I remember having a hard time making balls on this table on the break for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think it just has to do with the dirty balls, dirty felt, It's hard to get a real tight, good rack on this table. Jeff's off and running though, man. He's got an opportunity here to get out because the 1 will go this direction. And if he gets perfect on it, he could follow the cue ball up into here to shoot the 7 that direction. And he could follow down into here to shoot the 2 ball up that direction. But that's not the way it worked out. Now he's going to have a tough way to get back down here. He's going to have to try to cut that 2 all the way down or bank it. So he can either cut it straight down or he can bank it this direction. It's going to be tough either way. And I don't see much of a safety here, really. He went for the bank. I wasn't always going to scratch off the 15. Oof, it was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. All right, here I go with ball in hand. I'm going to start with this 14. Probably try to get the cue ball right in here for the 13, 15 maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going around for the 15. I hit it too hard though. I wanted to be like right in here. So I overran it by a couple inches. Not a big deal. I still got the shot. It's just a lot tougher now. Main thing is I want to make sure I can end up with another shot after this. But I got this ball up here wide open. So yeah, I used left outside spin. Oh, I got this one in the pocket too. But I did line up on that one nice too. So I'm in pretty good shape here. And when I get to the 10, if I shoot the 10 down this way, I can leave the cue ball right in here for the 13 that way. So there's a good chance I could potentially, I don't want to say it because I'm going to jinx myself, but I'll knock on wood. I could potentially get out, potentially. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. I haven't been the greatest runner outer so far this set, you know. I knew as soon as I said it, I was jinxing myself, bro. Even the knocking on wood thing didn't help, you know. Is he gonna shoot this combo? I'm not sure I love this, but I get why he's doing it, because if he shoots the 4, what else does he have after that? It doesn't really lead him to an out. So the combo, he did well with it. Is he going to get lucky? I think he might be able to shoot that 7 ball and just a little bit of top to come up this way. Oh, he's shooting the 1 first. I wouldn't do this because you're on the 7 right now. I think you're on the 7, man. And that 7 was your key ball to get out of there, because now it's going to be hard for you to shape that 7, and you don't even have a shot on the 2 now. I think that was a missed opportunity there. I think he could have shot the 7 and got out. He's playing a safety, though. It's not a horrible idea, because I got nothing but clutters here. I got nothing but clutters, and he sits at the bottom of all my balls, blocking it like the gatekeeper. You know what I mean? He's like the gatekeeper down there with that 7 ball. I'm going to try to squeeze a 9 past it, I think. Yeah, tried. But that's okay. I didn't make it. Now, I removed his gatekeeper, and I have it one down here I can use to break out the rest of that clutter. So we have to see how this one goes. This one could get interesting. There could be some safety play back and forth on this one. Just depends what happens. Yep. Yeah, that was a good shot, because he left me looks, but nothing I really want to fire at. Yeah, I'm trying the bank here, and really it's just to get my ball out of the clutter, out of the stack. I'm probably going to draw, and I'm not going to disturb those. If I disturb those, then I'm frankly an idiot, you know. Oh, now it goes on. I don't want it to fall on the 2-rail bank, and it falls on the 2-rail bank. When I was trying to make that earlier, couldn't make it. You know, that's how it works. That's just the way it is. He's not going to make this. I'm almost sure of it. If he makes this, he's stuck. Was he trying to make it? I don't think so. I don't think he would try to make that shot. It's not a very smart decision, which led me to believe I think he was purposely trying to miss it. I'm playing the cue ball more so than anything. That was a nice shot right there, because it opened up my 2 balls and stuck his 7 next to my 9. And I can use these 2 balls to break out my 9. So that shot worked well. Yeah, he's not trying to make that. What he's trying to do is just keep it close to the pocket if he can. I think he's specifically trying to just leave it in here. And he's just hitting it a little hard. Man, if I could roll this down here with top and bring the cue ball to hit the 7, I'm looking good. I hit it too hard, though. I should have smooth stroked that. Not really hit it hard, but you hit it smooth. That way you get the maximum amount of follow on your cue ball. Am I going to try to graze the 7 after I cut this 10? I am. Yeah, it's tough, man. I didn't think it was there. There's only one shot to play here, though, and that's the shot right there. Try to bury him back behind my 9. It's the only shot. It's the only shot worth playing anyway, and I did it well. I got him pretty good on this one. This one right here is a toughie, man. He's going to kick 1 rail and just try to touch the 7. He's not going to hit this hard. He's going to hit it very soft, because he doesn't want to break this 7 out. He just wants to touch it, and he did great. He did great with that shot. So I don't even want to hit my ball here, and if I do hit my ball, I would go 2 rails this direction on a soft kick and try to leave him back there again, but that's a very difficult shot. So what I'm going to try to do is just put his 2 in and give him ball in hand, because he can't make that 7 ball anywhere. And we're going to get into a safety battle. Yeah, I tried to make it, but jacked up over that 9 ball, made it a tough shot. Now it's dangerous because I left him a ball. See, he can line up and try to break out his 7. But it looks like he's going to try to play a safe. He's going to put the 2 ball down in here and try to play a safety. That's a smart shot, but I don't think he hit it hard enough. Nope. That's ball in hand right there, no rail. Oof, that's unfortunate, man. The only thing I can do if I want to try to win here is bank this. So I'm gonna go for glory here, guys. I'm gonna go for glory. I'm setting up for the bank shot. I'm done playing safeties. We're done safing. Because right now he has the advantage with that 2 ball down here. He has the advantage. If I keep playing safeties with him, he's likely going to eventually beat me. So I've ball in hand now. The bank is there. I mean, it's a bank, but as far as banks go, it's not a tough one. So I just got to focus on making it, and then I should come away with something on the 8. But I'm not even worried about that yet. There it goes. That worked out nice, boy. Woo! I'm going to pat myself on the back. You know what I mean? A little patsky. Little pitter-patter pat. Anyway, there's no way I missed this shot, right? Right? Right. All right, so 3. I'm on the hill, guys. I'm on the hill. He still needs 3. And it's my break. Let's see if I can finally make a ball. That'd be great, you know? Oh, I did. I made one. Made one down here. Oh, made one in the side, too. I made 2 balls on that break, finally. You know, very last rack I get to break. This will be my last break of the match. Regardless of who wins, that's my last break. Because if I win another one, I win the match, and there's nobody breaking. You know, and if he wins, obviously he breaks. So that was my last break, and I finally made a ball. I'll take it. I was trying to break that 9-5 out. Unfortunately for me, the 9 perfectly hit the rail, came right back, and stayed locked up on the 5. Now it's tough, and the 2 ball is a little bit tough too, but it goes that way, so I need to shape over here somewhere for the 2 ball. But that 5 ball is my main concern. I can get to the 2 ball off the 3, you know, so I just scratch. That's probably the best option there. You know, when I'm on the hill and I have a run out that's not easy, it's a tough one. Instead of trying for it, guys, you know, I like to just scratch and give the guy I'm playing ball in hand. It's my favorite way of playing it anyway, you know, right or wrong. Just had a text. Sorry, guys. Had to look at the text and make sure it wasn't important. I needed to make sure no one was dying on the side of the road somewhere, you know, because I would have hurried up with my video and then went and got them. Just kidding. I would have went and got them first, you know, and then finished my video later. Oh boy, some of the stuff I say is so dumb. And guys, just so you know, I recognize that I'm very dumb sometimes. My humor is not for everybody, you know, but it is for me. You know, I like it, and I think some of you guys like it too. So I'm gonna keep doing it, man. As long as people keep watching, I'm gonna keep doing it till the cows come home, you know, or till they don't. I don't know. Maybe the cows never come home. Maybe they get turned into steak, hamburger. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's just dumb stuff. Let's get back to the match. Good chat. Good chat. Back to the match. Back to the match. Oh man, my tooth and jaw hurt, boy. Jeez, so Pete. What the heck, man? It's your shot, bro. No, we both took our time in this set. You know, he wasn't the reason the set took super long. You know, he was part of the reason. I was the other part of the reason. We were both taking our time to make sure we played well, because we both know that one mistake can cost us that game. Because, you know, he's good enough to run out. I'm good enough to run out occasionally, once in a great while. So it's worth taking your time when you're playing someone tough. And that's ultimately what happened here. I think this match was just over an hour long total, but after I cut it out, bro. After I cut out all the fodder, I got it down to what, like 40 minutes or so. It's not bad. Not bad. All right, what's he going to do? Is he shooting himself into a corner here? How's he going to get at that? Oh, he tried a hero shot, what I would call a hero shot. That's something I would try. He was trying to make that and draw the cue ball straight back up into there, avoiding the 3, avoiding the 6. So what I'm doing is setting up ball in hand to shoot this with top, and my cue ball should come out like that. Bang. And since I have all these other balls on the table, I'm going to have a shot afterwards, either on the 7 or the 6 or the 3. Didn't quite clear the 5 out all the way. Now this is still interesting. It's still very interesting. So I could shoot the 7 down here with kind of a stun and come over this way for the 6, or I could follow it up this way for the 2, which I like this better. Okay, so I shoot it with follow right here, and then I have an angle to shoot the 2 with top right and come over into those. We'll have to see. I think that's what I'm doing here. Yep, nice and easy with follow. Now I've got this angle here. I can make the 2 up this way with just a little bit of right. I don't want too much right because I could scratch up there. just a little bit of right to come over here and hit either the 9 or the 5. I like this, if it works. If it doesn't work, I hate it. Oh, well, I mean, it worked. The breakout worked. But you got to make your shot, you big dodo head, you know? What a dodo head. That's me, dodo head. Now I'm going to give him another game and let him back into this match after I'm on the hill. I should have kept my head or my foot on the back of his head, man. I have a hard time with that. When I get up in a set, I have a tendency to not, I lose that killer instinct that I had, you know? Like I start feeling like, man, I don't want to beat him. I don't want to beat him too bad, you know? And then I end up losing. You'd think I would have learned my lesson by now, but I don't. I lose focus. Oh, I might have got super lucky, man. If he rolls down just a little bit further, he's golden. But I think here, I think he's hooked. Which means he's probably going to kick here and try his best to make this ball over here. That's the shot I would try anyway. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does with it. He's kicking this way. I mean, it's closer to the pocket, but it's a harder kick. Yeah, it's a harder kick. It's hard to be as accurate kicking that way. And I get why I did it, because if it's a lot easier to make the shot as long as you hit the ball decent, but it's a lot harder to hit the ball decent. Kicking that way is harder to make the shot, but a lot easier to be more accurate. So 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, man. It didn't really matter which way he went. It was up to preference. If I have an angle on this at all, I'm just going to come up here. Okay, I had an angle going the other way, so I just went straight across. Now, if I can clutch up and make this straight down, I'm probably going to have to punch it because I want the cue ball to come over this direction. I don't think I slow roll this. I don't take the chance of slow rolling it. Not on these bar tables, yeah. So on a diamond table, I could have slow rolled it with top and just brought the cue ball over this way, but it would have taken a slow roll shot, and that's a little scary for me on a bar table to slow roll it like that. Now, this is very similar to the shot I missed in rack number 1 if you don't remember, but if I make this one, it's game over, man. There she blows. There she blows, everybody. Jeff, man, my heart goes out to you and your family, bud, and I appreciate you letting me record. In fact, I'll probably match up with you again tonight because we're playing for position. So everybody out there watching, thank you guys so much for everything, man. If you want short rail merch, you know the link's already in the description. And if you want a new carbon fiber cue at a reasonable cost with a 10% discount, check out ravenq.com and use code Josh, man. Save yourself 10%. That's what I play with, the Raven Pro Shaft, and I love it. So I also have their break cue, which I love, and their jump cue is my favorite stick of all time. I'll tell you that right now. I have yet to try a jump stick that I like better. There's a couple jump sticks out there that are very similar. None of them I like better, though. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, man. You know, we're pushing on up 32,000. I'd love to hit 50,000 as soon as possible. So if you could, hit the subscribe button for me, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.